G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and it's a beautiful sunny autumn day here in southeast Queensland, and today I'm planting kale. In this show I'm going to take you through how I prepare the garden bed and then right to the end how I plant the kale itself. There's two varieties. There's a black Tuscan that I've planted around the outside, and then there's a heirloom Nero variety that I've just whacked in the middle. I'll narrate it as I go. I hope you enjoy it. After our long subtropical summer, our garden beds, or a lot of them anyway, are completely depleted of any nutrients. The heavy rain has washed all the nutrients through the bed, and it's almost like sand. You can see it there, it's just rubbish. And nothing's going to grow in that. You know, that's an Egyptian spinach, pretty hardy plant, and that's not even growing. What I need to do is work on that bed first, and what I like to do is use our own homemade compost. Now compost, this is slow made compost, and I don't do anything special to make this beautiful black soil. All I do is get our scraps from our kitchen table that we don't feed to the chickens, all the weeds and everything like that, all the old veggies, and throw them in one big pile and just let it do its own thing. These are my old compost heaps. I've got a new compost pile now, but I'm still getting plenty of soil out of these guys. I've probably got still half a trail load of good homemade compost that I've just developed over the last few years. I would use about 4 inches at least on top of that terrible soil, and I might just sort of dig it in and mix it up a little bit, but essentially most of the top of that will be the beautiful homegrown compost, and then I would just smooth it out. And sometimes I would use my own chicken manure or horse manure or other fresh manures that I've let rot and that are ready to put into the garden. And on this occasion, I've always got a backup plan. If I run low on any of my homemade manures and fertiliser, I'll have one of these types of organic plant foods. Donated Lift is a pretty good one, and there's some other really great ones. When you're looking at leafy greens like kale, anything really high in nitrogen is perfect. Look for high in nitrogen, and most of those chicken manure based ones are perfect for that. The same goes with the mulching. I like to do a heavy mulch on top of the bed. It's just good, especially if you do get subject to a fair bit of rain, and it's also in a hotter climate. It's nice to keep the roots of the plant fairly cool underneath, and it helps, you know, a lot. If I can't get enough mulch out of my chicken pen because it's just not the right time, I'll just use this organic type mulch. So I'm planting these two types of kale, the black and the heirloom Nero. Yeah, both good varieties. Kale is absolutely fantastic. It's one of those greens that actually grows fast. It's not like a cabbage where you have to wait for, you know, quite a fair time before you can harvest it. You can harvest the leaves young, and in fact that just spurs on more growth, and you can use them in stir fries, smoothies, you can use them in salads. It's so versatile, and it's also one of those niche superfoods, and tastes really good. So you don't just have to say, well, it's a superfood that tastes awful, but I'll eat it because it's healthy. It actually is terrific. Kids love it. Whenever I first transplant out seedlings, I give them a water in with a nice seaweed based tonic. One of those commercial ones. They're fairly cheap, and that just gives it a little bit of extra micronutrients and helps to stop transplant shock and gives them a good start in life. In about 6 or 7 weeks I might give the plants an extra fertiliser if I think they need it, but generally I just leave the plants grow on At the end of the day, I just watch the plants grow, and if I think they need some extra feed, then I'll give it to them. Otherwise, it's not a good idea to over-fertilise. Kale is one of those perfect crops. It rarely goes to seed early, so you can have a really good long season out of it, and then you can let it go to seed in my part of the world, or in other parts of the world you might have to let it go over winter, and then it'll seed in its second season. That's only if you want to keep the seeds, of course, to regrow your own plants in the future. I hope you enjoyed the video on growing kale. Feel free to make a comment down below, and go to our website selfsufficientme.com for more info. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now. I hope you enjoy it. I'll over-nav it. And I just want to show you how to plant quail.